Welcome back to Broken Bobby's transformation page. In the late 80s, I became involved with drugs and would eventually become part of that lifestyle of trafficking, addiction, and violence. Over the next 20 years, I would be in and out of jail and prison. If you're thinking about trying something or you're dealing with addiction, your life don't need to go down the same path mine did. I hurt a lot of people, both physically and emotionally. These are my stories of how I transformed my life, and you can too. Let's get. All right, guys, as you can see by the thumbnail and the title, this is an IE war story, Muscoy. Was it a bad call? Let's get into it. So, if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe, smash that like button, drop a comment, share the video. It really helps to get the message out. If you know somebody that's struggling with addiction, please share the video to somebody that it may help. Also, hit that notification bell so that anytime I drop a new video, you will be notified. And if you don't like the video, be sure to hit that thumbs down button. Okay, so let's get into this video. So this had to be 1992, and I was living near the Waterman Gardens in San Bernardino, Myrtle Street to be exact. And I was running around in Muscoy a lot, and I told another story about how I ended up in a high-speed chase in a Dodge pickup truck with one of the homeboys from Muscoy that ended up being a bad deal because it was a violent carjacking, and we got away on that one. But on this particular one, this is another, well, he was a homie of a homie, basically. Somebody that I was tight with was tight with him as well. And he had come into a settlement. And we'll call him Slugger for this video, because I don't know what his current status is and what's going on. So I don't want to put his real name out there. But Slugger, he was a white guy, kind of curly hair, probably about 5'10", 220-ish. He was a pretty big boy. And he had come into some money. Like I said, I don't know how he came into the money, but he came into a pretty large settlement, and he was running around throwing money all over the place. And he had a new S10 pickup, and like, you know, he was doing his thing. Like, he blew through that money pretty quickly, because that's what addiction will do to you. But on this one particular day, I had to go make the rounds in Muscoy. My car was down at the moment, so I said, screw it, let's go take a ride and collect some money and drop a few things off and so on and so forth. Well, we head over to Muscoy, and I don't remember the name of the streets, but it was right at the corner, and they were apartments. And this guy, he owed me money, and like, it wasn't nothing big, like maybe $100 or something. But with this guy's place, like, you had to walk around back and come to the window at the back. It was like one of them big sliding windows. And he stayed with his mom. He was an older guy. Kind of a weird situation, but you know, whatever. So we pull up to his spot, and it was turned into a crazy situation, like, really quickly. What happened was it was like a Ford F-150 or something with 4 crazy white guys in it, and they come screeching up, kind of off to the side of Sluggo's truck, and they jump out, and like, I'm a few feet away from the truck, and one of them like hits the windshield with a 2x4, bang, breaks the windshield. And you know, I don't know if one of them actually hit him or not, but like, there was 4 of them real quick, and Sluggo, like, it was chaos, right? Like, I had no clue what was going on. I'm like, what the hell is going on here? So I start to come back over there to see what's going on. Sluggo jumps in the truck and starts to take off. And he looks back and he's like, Bobby, you coming? And I'm like, get out of here, man. Uh, it seemed as though these guys had some beef with him. And Sluggo wasn't exactly a road dog of mine or anything, but it was a one of those split second decisions that I had to make. And basically, I didn't want to take off with this guy because I didn't know what was going on. But at the same time, there were four hostiles there now that could turn on me. But I made the decision, get out of here, man. And one of them comes over and he's like, "You with that guy?" And I'm like, well, "What's up with that guy? Like, what the hell was that all about?" And what they told me was he was snitching on one of the homeboys in Glen Helen. And I'm like, "Ooh, okay." So, you know, basically, like they didn't have no beef with me, so like it wasn't an issue. And like, anyways, I told him, I said, "Hey, man, this dude owes me money over here. I'm here to collect." You know what I mean? Like that. I don't know what the deal is with that, but I'm here to collect. So I went and collected my money. He got out of there. Those guys ended up dispersing. They seemed like they were drunk, probably high as well, and like that kind of ended that situation. So eventually, I would make my way back home. I would get a ride from somebody or something. I don't remember how I got back home, but I would eventually get back home later that day. And uh, my connect was coming through to drop something off with me because I basically had all the funds together now. And so my connect comes pulling up, and it was him and his brother, and we're out in front, and here comes Sluggo down the street, and he's got this Crip guy with him that none of us knew. But I don't know who knew the Crip guy or what the deal was, but everybody knew he was this Crip guy. And Sluggo comes driving down the street all crazy, and oh, you know what? Maybe this is what it was. And Sluggo leans out the window at us, and he's like, "Boom, boom, boom, boom. This is Crip gang or something." We're looking like, what the hell? What the hell just happened here? Like, you were just Peckerwood basically a day ago, and now things changed, and now you're a Crip all of a sudden. Oh, okay, whatever. I mean, teach their own, I guess. But uh, you know, somebody would end up getting this guy's paperwork, and there was no paperwork on him snitching. So I don't know what the deal was with that whole Muscoy situation, but later on that day, we're out there chilling. I think we're like drinking a beer or something. It's me, the Connect, and his brother. And Sluggo comes back down the street again, and he stops and jumps off like he wants to fight. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to hop off the porch and get that ass, coming through here tripping like that. But the Connect's brother said, "No, I got this one." And it was the weirdest fight, but it was done correctly. The Connect's brother uh, squared off with him, and he went into this crane maneuver. I don't know if you're familiar with like Karate Kid from I don't know, what was that, the 90s or whatever, but he goes into like this crane maneuver and like hits him with this kick, boom, and they get to tussling, and it was a pretty good fight, to be honest with you. The Crip guy stayed off on his side, and the rest of us stayed off on our side. But we had some of those things out there, so I don't know if that's why the Crip guy didn't jump in or what the deal was. But all said and done, I would say the Connect's brother got the better of him. You know, like he didn't dog walk him or anything, but he got the better of him. And a lot of people from the neighborhood would come through and shake my hand over the next day or so and say, "Hey, you guys did that right." And I agree, like I've never really been one to Like, I'm not for jumping. Prison's a different world. It is what it is in there. But on the streets, if you can get a fair one, then that's the best way to go. But, I tell this story today to let you know that in the world of drugs and being a criminal, it's chaotic. And sometimes curveballs are going to come your way, like when those four guys rolled up on us. And that could have ended really ugly. Thankfully it didn't. Sluggo ended up with a broken windshield and a couple of dents on his truck, which he never went on to fix because addicts don't do that. But, you know, it was what it was. But the point I'm trying to make, I guess, is if you don't use, then you shouldn't end up in situations like this. And you won't have to worry about, all hell breaking loose over whatever reason, over somebody being locked up and somebody perceiving him as being a snitch or something of the sort. So, yeah, that's my story for the day. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Uh, Sorry I didn't do a live this weekend, but you know, life is happening and it's happening quick sometimes. So uh, you know, priorities, family comes first and stuff. So that's what that was. Hopefully, I'll be on live again this weekend. But you know, family, fitness, and freedom are the things that help me to not have to worry about living this sort of lifestyle anymore. And the chaos that comes with it, and they can help you as well. Just remember it's about making a good decision and trying to repeat that. And if you make a bad decision, it isn't the end of the world. Just brush yourself off and get back on the right course. So yeah, that's what I have for you guys. Remember to play the tape all the way through. Uh, think about what you're doing before you do it, and if it seems like it could end up ending not well, then maybe you should reconsider and make a different decision. So, if you're like I said, if you're new to the channel, subscribe, smash that like button. I know there's someone out there that likes to hit that dislike button. Keep doing your thing, homie. I appreciate you. Also, drop a comment and let me know what you think. Uh, I, I think those guys had some sort of personal beef, and they tried to put it like he was a snitch. Like I said, there was never any paperwork that coincided with what they were saying. I think it was something personal, but drop a comment. Let me know what you think. Also, share the video. If you know somebody that's going through it, share the video to them. Maybe it can help them. Uh, and hit that notification bell so when I go live or drop a new video, you will be informed. I appreciate everybody tuning in and taking the time to watch the video. And don't look at the mountain. Just start climbing.